Do. If you leave the streaming service on, only one person will watch it. Somehow, somebody actually watched nothing in this room for 45 minutes. Well, actually, probably more like, I don't know how many minutes. I did like 4 streams today, and one of them I made accidentally. It's Comics and Shots, a completely improvised semi-comedic music by Howard Stern's Mick the Nerd, aka YouTube and TikTok's Mick the Man, aka Mick the Maverick, aka a guy who has almost finished Star Trek Voyager. Today's subject is Sakamoto Days. Yeah. The anime recently released on Netflix, and it's really good. And the manga is also really good as well. And I caught up with the show like pretty short order, and now I'm just obviously binging the manga. That's how it works these days. You watch the anime, you love it, and then you need more. You just need more. So you go to the manga through totally legitimate services. Seriously, there sometimes I do use totally legitimate services, but for some reason you can only read all of it for free on your phone or an iPad, but not on a desktop computer. Why is that a thing? What? Whatever. But yeah, Sakamoto Days, it's a classic story about the world's greatest assassin, Taro Sakamoto, decides to retire after falling in love with a store clerk, having a baby, and putting on a fuck ton of weight. But unbeknownst to him, his old life ends up catching up to him in the form of his former associate Shin, the clairvoyant. Whereas, he's clairvoyant. There are just psychics in this world. Deal with it. For whatever reason, he's like the only one I think so far. There's just a psychic. Like, it's not like, it may be like some sort of Anya Dealey Bop, like Spy X Family, but I'm not that far in the manga. And then later, they're adopting like an 18-year-old like Chinese mafioso triad. They say mafia in the anime for some reason. And she's really fun, works at the store and she's bad in it. It's just great. It's a great premise, great characters, great comedy, great action. And yet somehow it is not popular in Japan, or at least wasn't as popular as in Japan when it first came out, compared to its rapid success in the United States of America. Japan, I'm really confused by what you want. What do you want, Japan? This is fine. It's got action. It's got humor. It's got comedy. It has, varying like female designs. Like they don't all look the same. That's kind of a big problem I see in a lot of battle shonen, where it's like the female designs just look really samey. Yeah, Ichiro Oda had that problem for a long while. It was very bad. It's like, oh my god, the moment Nico Robin introduced herself with her beautiful rectangular ass nose, it was wonderful. Greatest nose in the series. Yeah, and that just happens sometimes. Stuff will be more popular outside the country of origin than in the original. But I've also heard that people in Japan hate this series. Why? It's fun. Taro Sakamoto's a great character. He's a loving father of 3 at this point. One of them's a former assassin, the other's a former triad, and one of them's like his actual blood daughter. He's a good husband to what's her face. I can remember his daughter's name, Hana, but I can't remember the wife's name for some reason. She's a good character too. A real spitfire. Makes him do family rules and stuff. It's just great. And all the while, they battle all sorts of wacky characters from the assassination organization and have to beat the conspiracy. It's really good. And once again, Japan. Why isn't this for you? This looks like it would be something for everybody. It's action scenes, comedy, heart. What? Like, I get Sonic, not jiving as well with Japan in the 90s, because that series was generally bioengineered to be like marketed to the United States. Shut up, Japanese Sonic purists. But this is something for everybody. Like, you guys like action scenes over there. Battle Shonen is your biggest genre. Yeah. It's so big, it might as well not even be called shonen. Like, why do we even call it? Seriously, so much of shonen isn't just for, like, boys aged 12 to 18. Some of it's way too mature. Why is Chainsaw Man marketed to 12-year-olds? That's a seinen series, I'm sorry. But yeah. Sakamoto Days, preliminary ranking. I don't know if it pull an ass pull, pull an ass pull at the end, but 980,000 out of a million hamburgers. Watch the anime, read the manga, and have a time. With that, like, comment, and subscribe. Donate if you're feeling nice. Share it with a bear. And always remember, praise be to the blood elk, fear the stabopotamus, and death to Kronos. I saw the Voyager at Course Oblivion yesterday. Why? That was so sad. Have a night, folks.